Hello, and welcome to the Metro MLS webinar on using Hotsheets in FlexMLS. In this webinar, we'll review the different types of Hotsheets that you can create and use. So let's get started. So to access Hotsheets, you click on Menu, and then underneath the My Market section, you click on Hotsheet. So the first hot sheet that we'll review is a 24-hour hot sheet. So this is where you can view all listing events from the past 24 hours for a selected county. And you can choose between 1 to 6 counties. So this will give you everything that happens in a county within a 24-hour period. So I'm running it now. It's giving it to me from the time that it is right now, from yesterday to right now. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select the county. I'll just type in the first few letters and then I'll select it. If I wanted to do more, I just then would do another like that. All right. And then hit Run 24-Hour Hot Sheet. So here, there it is, the hot sheet from 4/5/2018 to today's date. So here, it's all in categories. So for new listings between yesterday and today, doesn't matter the property type, the area, is just brand new listings that came in the system. I have 111, so it defaults to that when you first come in here. So when you hover over this, you can see all of the activity. There were 66 that were changed to with offer. Cancel will always be 0. We don't use that in our MLS. There were sold 40. 24 expired, 28 pending, 4 withdrawn, 17 extended, 8 back on the market, 38 price changes, and then 17 new delayed listings. So if you wanted to click, like say you wanted to look at the delayed listings, you just click on that, and then you can see what you've got here. So here it's showing you the thumbnail. They haven't entered photos in here on this yet. There's the municipality, the zip code. You probably won't see listing date because my permissions are different than yours. Property type, the listing office, the listing member, and then if it's broker owned or not. So here you've got all the options that you typically do on the search results screen, just going by the detail tab. If you want to take a peek at the tax record, you want to look at the history of the address, any documents attached. Again, my permissions are different than yours, so you guys won't see listing contracts unless it's your own listing. If you wanted to do showing time or zip form or that kind of stuff. Photos, if you want, well, there's no photos on that one. Let me pop on this one. There we go. Any photos that they've entered in on the listing. Map, you can look at that to see the location of the listing. If you wanted to pop it in a showing card. So all these options you have access to, anything that you typically do on the search results screen. If you wanted to switch over to a different status, just click on the status. Okay, so these are the expired ones. And I know you guys typically go through the expireds quite often. And if you're not sure if a listing has been re-entered, an address has been re-entered in under new list number, you can always navigate to detail and the history, and typically, like you'll see right here, this one expired out, but they've got that address active again. So this address, this property has been relisted. All right. So this is a 24-hour hot sheet. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. Coming back up to menu, the other hot sheet that's available in that screen is the custom hot sheet. So a custom hot sheet is based upon specific search criteria that you've selected. So what you're basically doing is you're accessing two types of hot sheets. You've got access to two types of hot sheets in here. One is a saved search hot sheet. So if you've created and saved a search to your saved search, you can use these as hot sheets. So for example, I've got one called 53207 where I just did a search on single family listings in the 53207 zip code. All right, so going back there, I'll show you how to use that. So I'll go into custom hot sheet settings. All right, so here, these three options, the history event, the start and end date and time, can be used for this quick search hot sheet or this save search hot sheet. Okay, so the quick search hot sheet, maybe you wanted to see anything that's been entered in as new since the beginning of the month. So I'll change this to April 1st and leave it as today's date. Started at midnight because that's the start of every day. AM, and I'll leave it at the end time there. It can't give you anything that hasn't happened yet, so don't worry about the end time. And then over here, I'll come over here and I'll pick what I want to look at. So I want to look at any new listings and maybe expired that fit the requirement, that fit the time range here. I want to look at it for single family and condominium. And I can choose my county down here. I'll do Milwaukee. It's got both of the MLSs highlighted by default. And then I'll hit Run Quick Search Hot Sheet. So this is giving me data for single family, what I pick, single family and condominium since the beginning of the month for new listings and expired. Okay, so that's the quick search hot sheet. Going back over there, I'll show you how to do the save search hot sheet. So come back here, custom hot sheet settings. I'm going to do the same time period as I did before. There we go. I'll do the same events, but I'll do it for my 53207 save search. So any save searches, you can run them as a hot sheet in here. Now I'll click Run Save Search Hot Sheet. Just remember, these are two different hot sheets. That's why that or is there. All right. So now this is just looking at listings in the 53207 area code, or whatever my save search parameters are. All right, there we go. Alrighty, so that's the hot sheet function. Again, how we got to that was menu. Underneath my market, we clicked on hot sheet. The 24-hour hot sheet is this first one where you can see all activity in up to 6 counties. And then the custom hot sheet is where you can do the quick search hot sheet or the save search hot sheet. Now this other button, I didn't explain that to you, Run Custom Hot Sheet. If I click this, that'll run the last hot sheet that I ran. So mine was the 53207. If you can remember which one, if you run several and you can remember which one you run, you can. It came up 0 because it's checking from just a couple of minutes ago to right now. So that's running the very last hot sheet that you ran in that section. This will conclude our webinar for running hot sheets in FlexMLS.